After the game at the weekend, Paul mentioned, being a bit physically exhausted, but the boys mentally are in the right place. What's this week been like? Is it a case of trying to give people a bit more rest, or is it do more work on the training ground? How do you respond to the last couple of weeks?
I think we just spoke about it just before I come down. I think it's the differences in the teams winning and losing at the moment at this time of the season is energy, and I feel like that's exactly what we've brought in this week for this game. And yeah, I think the training hasn't changed. We've upped our intensity. We've got 3 sessions in our belt this week, so we've had a bit of a weekend off. So we've got to get 3 proper sessions in, including today's one. So so the boys worked hard Monday, and then obviously start bringing it down, leading up to tomorrow's game.
And there's some big inclusions back in the squad this weekend. Tim Laffite, Logan Lewis after his knock, and Sam Stone. What can we talk about bringing energy back? And obviously Jaden Nikorima's in as well. Is that a case of those guys who probably missed out? Can they come back and just add a bit of energy across the group just with a couple of individual efforts?
Yeah, I thought we've been well without them. I thought we're doing okay. But there's obviously little bits and pieces that you miss during a game, and we feel those players coming back sort of add a bit more value to what we've been missing at some key points at certain times of the game. The boys that have obviously been playing in those positions have been doing well and playing awesome for us, but having those boys back is big for us.
Jaden's spoken about how he knows Jackson Hastings and he knows Brody Croft, and the impact they came in and made, and he credits coaching staff in the way they turned him. He sort of likens himself to Brody in the way he plays, a bit of a runner. Is that the sort of thing you're looking to add to the squad, and that dimension that perhaps has been missing since Brody left?
Yeah, but he's valuable in the way he plays and his natural game, and for us it's a runner. Obviously we've got Sneedy who runs the ship and does his bit, and Sneedy pulls all the strings, and we needed another half to complement that as well. You don't want the 2 same halves, so he mixes it up a bit, and that's, like I said, he's just adding value to what the boys have been doing before he arrived.
And no Chris Atkin in the squad this week. Is that a case of, is it an injury, or is it a case of just resting him from the efforts he's put in so far this season?
Well, he hasn't missed a game in the last 2 years, so I think our little big man needs a rest at some point. He's been great. He's been wonderful for us. So big ups to him and what he provides for our team. He's done so much for us. So I think he just needs a bit of a rest.
He definitely deserves it. Looking at Castleford, they've had a bit of a resurgence to really turn their season around over the last couple of months. They've won the last 3, and even before that, it was narrow 1 and 2 point losses to Wigan and Hull KR. What do you make of how they're going, and what do you expect from them this weekend?
Well, they're a great rugby team. You can't give them an inch. They're one of those teams that'll hurt you anywhere along the field. They'll bring it any time of any given day. You always back them to be in any game. So you can't take them lightly, and they've been playing well. Obviously, running with a bit of confidence in the last few games and playing good footy. So we won't be taking it lightly.
Great. Thanks, Krisnan. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you.
All right, Krisnan, you okay?
Hey, mate, how are you?
Yeah, good. Defeat last week against Huddersfield was a bit of a missed opportunity in an attempt to secure a playoff spot. Why do you think we fell short?
Not too sure. Like I said last week, like I said just earlier, I think we just lack a bit of energy. We didn't respect the ball. And obviously when you're giving a team like Huddersfield too many chances, they're bound to do something with those opportunities, and that rightfully so they did. They just played better than us. obviously.
Yeah, we're still in the playoff spots though. 9 games to go. Leeds are back within touching distance. Lee have a couple of games in hand. The next 5 or 6 games are crucial. Do you see the next sort of 5 or 6 games as a playoff situation before the actual playoffs?
Yeah, obviously we want to be in that mix, obviously at the end of the season, and those teams that are just outside are just right there. Anything can happen. Obviously, in the first, I think it was the first 7 rounds. I think the top 6 or 7 were all on the same point. So there's no different now to at the start of the season. Everyone's fighting to get in the top 6, and for us, we know who's just below us, and we know who's in front and who we're chasing at the same time. So big focus for us.
Yeah, Cast have won the last 3 games. The team with confidence and momentum can be dangerous. As a coach, how do you plan to stop that kind of thing?
Defend well. I think that's something that we've worked hard on at the start of the season and in pre-season. But I think this week especially, that's something that we focused on in-house. We wanted to bring back our values and what we trained hard for in the pre-season and bring that back and make it, obviously show it on the pitch. To see what the boys do at training is they work hard, they train hard, and we can see what they can do. It's just a matter of doing it on the pitch.
Yeah, Jaden Nikarima has had a 4 weeks training. How's he looking?
Yeah, he's handsome. He's a good-looking dude. But yeah, he's been training well too.
Good. Signings that happen towards deadline day can be great for a team going towards the end of the season, heading towards a playoff. Look at what Jackson Asen did for Salford when he joined towards the back end of the season. Does Jaden have that in his locker?
Yeah. He obviously he's a different person to Jacko, so I won't compare him to Jacko. Talking about mid-season signings and transfers, we've seen it across the board at loads of teams. You inject the right people, it's going to go one way or another, and I feel we've got a good one that can help provide a good balance with what we've already got and how we play, and it's exciting.
Yeah, Ben Helliwell signed a new 1-year deal, a valuable squad member when called upon. Obviously, it'll be important for players like him and other squad players to perform as we race towards the playoff spot.
Yeah, there's a lot of Benny provides a lot of value in how we play and what we need around the team. Obviously, he's been out injured last few weeks, and for him to keep cracking on, training hard and doing what he does, he plays a big part and a big role in how we prepare every week as well, and keeping the energy. Not obviously you can go 2 ways when it comes to injury. You can feel sorry for yourself or train hard and try and get yourself back into that team, and he's doing all the right things to prepare himself to be called upon, like he always does.
Yeah, Tim Laffey and Nenny McDonald back in the squad together for the first time in a month. Both play a key part in the way we play. You must be pleased to have them options now.
Yeah, then not too bad players, eh? Not bad to have in the team. So to have them on the same pitch playing for the same team is does wonders for us, and especially the fans. Obviously, they see those 2 names just on the team sheet, and that brings a lot of energy to the fans as well as it does to the players who play around them.
Yeah, Sam Stone and Logan Lewis returns to the squad as well. Obviously, a crucial part of the season. It's good to have competition in the squad. Yeah,
definitely. I say Jimmy. I say Jimmy. I can't stop calling him Jimmy. No, he's been awesome for us, Logan. He's brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm, especially coming fresh from off the plane from Australia and having not been over here, and he's still like a kid sometimes. He pinches himself where he is and what he's doing, and like all players do when they come from overseas, that you don't realize what you get blessed with sometimes and take things for granted. But he's taken everything with 2 hands and he's running with it. So to have him back in the squad and what he brings is enormous for us.
Yeah, final one from me. This week's Castleford game is huge for our season. Last 2 weeks, we've looked a bit out of sorts, but new faces coming in at home in front of the crowd, an opportunity to kickstart our playoff charge again.
Yeah, definitely. I think every game's a big game for us, especially when you're sitting in that in-between area of either going up or going down. So every game's important for us. So this week it's Cass, and that's our main focus this week.
Brilliant. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Matt, do you want anything? Or
Yeah. Can I just ask a couple just to finish? Krisnan, I just wondered, like, after back-to-back defeats, how easy has it been to lift the players? What's the mood been like, and what's the message been from Paul in training this week?
I think lifting our team is something that, as coaches, we don't need to do as much. I think they're really good at doing that themselves. They're a good squad, good team, and they bring their own energy. And obviously, we jump on that at the same time as if we feel they need to kick up the bum, we're good at that too. So I think the message is clear. Like I said before, I think we need to go back to our default, and our default from the preseason to the start of the year was our defense. We just need to go back to what we're good at.
And just in terms of the home games you've got remaining, I think it's Cast, Leeds, Huddersfield, and Catalans at home. How big a role are those fans going to have, those home fans? If you are going to get into that top six in these 4 games.
Yeah, the fans are huge. Obviously, you got football kicking off, I think, this week or next, and obviously they're going to decide whether to come watch us or go watch Man City, Man United. So for us to have those fans come in when those obviously other big sporting events are on, it's huge for us. It shows what the fans and especially the members, what they're about, and who we are as a town and a city. So for us to see them every week, the energy that they bring, obviously for the players, when you run out and you hear them screaming and chanting the Salford tunes, it's an awesome feeling, and to see it leading up to every game as a coach now, it's a lot different, and I still see, like, the boys they live off that hype.
How's it different? Has it improved a lot then during your time in the club, the atmosphere on a match day?
No, I think it's different because when you run out as a player, you just hear it all. But as a coach, I see it build up leading before every game. So I see all the fans. I go have a chat to most of them and try and get in and amongst it all before every game. And they're the same every week. If we lose by 100 the week before, I'll go to the fans. Nothing changes there. They live and breathe Salford, so they're awesome.